Welcome back to KLEAN Radio, as you might have heard.
Should have got cut off.
Yeah, it's can I say something? We have a lot of fun here, and that's one of the cool things and one of the great things about sobriety. And if people are out there watching the live stream, they can actually see that we all get along.
I was sniffing the table. I was doing a joke, a reenactment of something, and I'm getting texts about it.
And I don't even want to know.
You were here.
If you just tuned in, welcome back to KLEAN Radio. We're getting tons of calls tonight, but go to our Facebook page and like us at KLEAN Radio. The show tonight is actually sponsored by treatmentline.com. And to anybody out there, one of the things we're trying to do at KLEAN Treatment Center is for the next 12 months, we are giving away a bed a month. So we understand out there that people can't afford it and that are having a hard time with it. So out there with money, go to KLEAN Treatment Center and apply for the scholarship if you can. We'd love to give away beds to everybody.
They just apply because I'm posting, and then people are going to ask me what to do, even though I say what to do.
It's all on the website.
It's all on the website.
If you go to cleancenter.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clean with the K.
And let me just reiterate, just before you take the next caller, is that I was reenacting the fact that when I used to smoke cigarettes when I was high, I would look through the trash cans of my apartment, and I would get it, and I whatever little cigarette butt or ash, tobacco I could get, I would smoke, and that's what I was doing.
You were carpet farming for cigarettes.
Yes, I was a junkie. I needed to.
I love that you had cigarettes. I understand having drugs on your carpeting, but I love that you would ash cigarettes.
No. I'd look through the trash can. I would snort wall concrete before I did that one in a hotel room.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, that's good for the nasal passages. Anyway, let's take another call. We got Patrick from Austin, Texas. Hey, Patrick, welcome to KLEAN Radio. How are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Patrick.
How can we help you, Patrick?
I was just wondering I was curious, what is you guys' solution to all this?
Solution to what in particular?
How do you guys stay clean? What's your motivation? What keeps you happy throughout the day and not being lonely and wanting to do the crap that we do,
That's actually a great question. Patrick, first of all, are you sober or are you trying to get sober?
Well, it's a funny story. I've had long stints. I've worked in a treatment center. I've been in the program. I've been out of the program, and right now I'm at a standstill. Don't know really what I want to do because I drink a lot, which isn't my drug of choice, and it's hard for me to justify not drinking because I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not going to jail. I'm not doing what I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
But
how much do you say you drink when you say you drink? I mean, are you drinking?
About a little less than a 12-pack a night.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Patrick, and I'm not saying that to scold you, but, because I'm saying that because I care. That's a lot.
And even if you're not getting in trouble, the health risks. And also, people don't really recognize how much of a depressant alcohol is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're feeling, depressed, which it sounds like you sound depressed, you feel kind of down and a little hopeless on the phone, or at least frustrated with life, alcohol is just going to compound that. One of the things that I think is most important is people beginning to exercise, because it's, especially if you exercise in the morning, because it's hard to really justify drinking at night if you got to get up and exercise in the morning. So, that's something that can be a good life-changing thing. But, it sounds like there's some underlying issue that you're, extremely frustrated about, or, that you haven't expressed yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something that you can think of that might be driving all this for you?
There's a lot. I just got out of a relationship for a year, and because I had relapsed and, things, she didn't really take it very well. But, ever since then, I really couldn't she moved away, and I couldn't really get the motivation to, I was all gung-ho for the program for 9 months, and then all of a sudden I just kind of got bored with it, and I think I overdid it, or I don't know what happened. And then ever since I've just been...
Did you know that relationship was sort of in trouble when you started drinking? Do you think it was partly a passive-aggressive thing, your relapse? Did you do it sort of...
When it happened, she was on vacation for a month in a different state with her sister, and, I was at the house kind of alone, and then the thought just came up, and then over a couple of weeks, it manifested, and then...
Patrick, I hate to interrupt you, but I always say one of the things I think that drives alcoholism more than anything else is loneliness
and fear, and it's all linked together.
Yeah. But loneliness especially, and that's why I think AA can be helpful for people. Go meet some other people and, develop a group of sober friends.
And I think that, Patrick, what you're saying, by the way, the question you're asking, you asked us when you first called, is how do we do it? And the three of us in here, whether it's through 12 steps, whether it's through talking to each other, we're all confidants of each other in here. And that's what Andrew was just saying, what these 12-step programs have to offer, is that you're not alone. I mean, let me ask you.
And not just 12-step programs, a good therapist.
Or rehab if he needs. I understand that you had tried, but, and here's the thing. It's, don't beat yourself up. Get on the phone. Either it's after the show tonight, and I commend you a lot for calling and asking. This is one of the hardest things to do, I think. But how much time are you wasting thinking about this stuff? That means a lot.
At least you still laugh.
All that contemplation, though, right? And that's part of the procrastination of not wanting to let go of what you think is an answer, or your subconscious and your brain is, tricking you into believing is the answer to the problem, which is to keep drinking. But you're obviously a smart guy, and you're seeing probably that you're drinking a little more, and it's probably not doing for you what you wanted to do. I mean,
especially he said he's switched to alcohol. He's not even doing the drug du jour, right? And I want to, it's funny. I want to tell you something about that, Patrick. This is when I was still drinking years ago.
It's almost like he's punishing himself a little bit for using by not doing the drug that he really wants to do.
Right. It's like I've been in rehab with people, and I'm sure you've met tons. I was in rehab one time with a guy that relapsed on Listerine. Okay, and that was all he drank, and he managed 10 bars in St. Kitts or whatever it was. But all he would do is drink Listerine.
Right.
See, he wasn't even allowing himself. He was even punishing himself in relapse.
Well, I think a lot of that is people that drink Listerine think that they just smell like Listerine.
They're not going to smell.
They don't realize it's still metabolizing through their body, and they're sweating it out.
So, Patrick, what are you going to do? It's Sunday night. It's you're in Texas right now. What are you going to do about getting help? You called the radio show. What do you want to do?
I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, I still go to meetings every now and then. I go to Mondays and Thursdays to my old group of friends. They were there for me, and I just kind of stopped. I stopped doing what works, I guess, and I'm just really not so sure what I want to do. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you're in that place, they say, right? You're in that place where it's not. You can't imagine life with it, and you can't imagine life without it. The problem is, Patrick. The problem is it's not working for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick, I really think that, the fact that you're calling obviously shows that that this is sort of like a path that's going to lead to something worse. And obviously you've been through a traumatic experience with usage before to have gotten sober.
With arrest, obviously.
Right. So, you have some opportunities here. I encourage you to go to KLEANcenter.com, our website. There's a ton of information on there. And also there's a toll-free number you can call, and you can talk to one of our intake people that can really help you either directly with us or with other treatment centers in your area.
We know a lot of people in Texas. And here's the thing, Patrick. It's, you laughed when I said it, but how much time is being wasted? And it's not just you. It's Matthew from Florida, too, with, bicycling and his kids. How much energy are you putting in to try to live sort of okay?
Yeah. And Patrick, you said, what's the motivation? The motivation is to be healthy. We only live for so long. And if you're unhealthy and suffering, that's not a comfortable place to be. And it's not natural for us to want to live in a state of pain. Or limbo. Right. So people try to use drugs and alcohol to get out of that state, but it's a path to ruin. It will never get you to a point where you actually can function and be fully functional and think and actually have the opportunity to live your life to the fullest. That and when I was just in England and Scotland this past 10 days, 12 days, that's the big debate that's going over there to, as they say, park people on methadone and other substitutes for drugs and leave them sort of addicted, but not committing crimes or passing on bloodborne diseases like HIV, or should we actually make the effort to get people sober so that they can actually live a full life again, that they can, be happily employed, that they can develop good relationships with people, that they can, fulfill dreams that they may have had as a child and now they want to fulfill as an adult, to have a hobby,
and
simple things like that.
And I think he asked, how do we do it? This is how we did it.
Yeah,
Well,
I had never gone out to breakfast for like years.
You
and
drove
then,
across country 3 months ago.
I know, that was great fun.
Yeah.
6,500 miles.
Jen,
very
by the way, if you just tuned in, you're listening to KLEAN Radio Live. That's Clean with a K. We're on the phone with Patrick, who's debating getting sober. We're in the studio time with Jennifer Gimenez and Pat and Andrew. And Patrick is asking, how do you guys do it? And I think, Patrick, you're on the phone. You're here with the perfect person, which is Jen, who's just living this amazing life right now and doing what she wants to do that couldn't have done it if she was still drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to be honest. Jen, is she on the air?
Yes, I am. I'm listening to you right now.
I love you. I am such a fan of you. You're really the only reason why I even called, because I'm on your Facebook page and whatnot. And I see it all the time. And, it's kind of like when I see, like, your pictures and whatnot, it's like I'm envious because that's the life that I did live when I was sober, and now I'm jealous because I'm struggling to get that back.
But that's good, though. At least you have that, you see light at the end of the tunnel. I just think you see, like, oh, God, if you're anything like me, I'm like, oh, I have to hustle for it, and I have to work for it because you know the program. You know how to do this. It's just getting up and doing it and knowing, and, like, the things that people did, like, I'm not kidding you when Judo saying earlier, like, we're towers, like, these guys are my confidants, and I used to not have guy relationships, and, like, I tell them everything a little too much where they get
a little
annoyed.
too much.
But I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I'm dying. Like, I go to those meetings and I'm like raising my hand, I'm like, I want to die right now, someone help me. Like, I was taught to do that stuff. And another thing they told me to do is to dream big, and no one told me that for years. Like, and I was like, are you kidding me? I felt like I lived in Egypt. I was 267 pounds. I applied for Target and was going to go to college at some community college.
That's true. I remember when you wanted to apply to Target.
Yeah, no, I really honestly did. And I was
not
like,
that that's a bad thing.
Not that Target's a bad thing, but I like called all that stuff a chapter.
Yeah.
And then they were like, dream big. And I was like, oh, and I was like, well, I don't even know what that. And they're like, what would it look like to you? And I told them, and now it's like, I hustle. I have a life, I have a lot of personal problems happening. My brother's in and out of the hospital. And and yet they're all quality problems except my little brother. But, like, I get to show up for all this stuff, and I get to be uncomfortable, and I get to feel these feelings.
And I think what she's saying, Patrick, is you can't have your cake and eat it too.
You really.
That is the alcoholic's dream, is to be able to do both. And it's one of those things, Patrick.
I also think that, and I've said this before on the show, that, the two major things are work and love. So, loving relationships with people, but also work.
That's life.
And not just work like that always goes well and it's your dream job and everything, but work where you deal with the struggles and you get up every day and you live the process of life and you feel, self-sufficient.
You join the human race.
Yeah, participate.
I hear it in your voice, though, babe. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know you very well. I know you from Facebook, but, like, we don't really know each other. And I hear hope in your voice, and you're not dead yet. Like, some of us are really spiritually broken. And yeah, you probably are broken. We all are a bit broken, and you probably are in that place. But I know you can do this. Yeah. And I look forward to hearing from you weekly on Facebook to letting me know how your life is changing. Or on this show. Call in every week for the next 4 weeks.
And let us know how you're doing.
Let us know how you're doing.
Does it sound like a deal, Patrick?
I could do that. I've never actually listened to the show. I only know about it from your Facebook. Is there a way I can listen to it online? Because I don't.
Yes, there is, Patrick.
This is Judah's job.
Yeah.
Yes, and Patrick, go to KLEANradio.com. That's Clean with a K, and you could listen to all our past amazingly awesome shows.
And you can also listen to the live stream right now.
Right now at KLEANradio.com, and you can actually watch us and see me. Yes. What?
Yeah, and that's your commitment, though, to me, right? You promise me right now that you're going to do this every week for the next 4 weeks.
Just try. No, we're not going to beat you up.
I will.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He might enjoy. Patrick might enjoy that.
It sounds like he's about to go enjoy the live feed. So.
Patrick, we'll talk to you soon. Follow us on Facebook and let me know how you're doing. We actually really want to know that you're doing well.
And I just waved to you, so I know you're going to watch this.
And what were all of y'all's names?
I'm Judah.
I'm Jennifer.
The good-looking guy is Andrew, and the quirky-looking guy is Judah. And and Jennifer's obviously Jennifer. Easy on the eyes.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Well, I
give us a
appreciate
listen.
it, and thank you guys very
Thanks
much.
for calling, babe.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. You know, it's really cool, by the way, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Clean Radio. It's really cool listening to people that are calling up, really being brutally honest about what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the hardest thing in the world.